can beans using a Presto 23-quart pressure canner. I have my canning set ready. I'm going to be using red kidney beans and black beans. I'm starting off with 2 quarts of room temperature water, the first line of all the lines on the side of the canner, depending on your canner. Spring water, some lids, reusable lids, and I didn't want to open a whole pack, so I'm just going to see if the reusable lids work out. The metal ones are my favorite, but they're not reusable. Starting off with the red kidney beans, I'm going to be using half a cup per jar. All the jars that I'm using are pint size, so they'll only get half a cup. If you're using a quart size jar, then you can put 1 cup of beans. I'm also using the no soak method, which is considered rebel. So pretty much what that means is everything is room temperature. I'm not following the guides, but I've seen other people do it and I've canned beans like this before and I have not done a problem, have a problem yet. So please do your research before you decide which way you want to can. Just going in to see if there are any beans that need to come out. Then I'm gonna rinse them out. I'm gonna soak them for like 2 or 3 minutes just to rinse, give them a good rinse. And after that, I'm gonna start canning them. Make sure to wash all your cans with warm soapy water. Everything must be sterilized. So I'm just gonna fill each jar with half a cup of the red beans. Then I'm gonna do the same thing with the black beans. I'm gonna sort through them, rinse them out, and do the same process that I just did. Each pack of beans came up to 7 pints, 7 jars of beans. So it's like 14 altogether. It's good to use a funnel. This way you don't make a mess. That's why it's good to get a canning set. If you need any of this that I'm using, I do have some links that you can check out in the description. If you have any questions, drop a comment. I'll try to help you out as much as I can. It's really good to learn how to can, especially in the times that we live in. Everything is so high in prices. It's so much cheaper and it's so much better to make your own food. You know what's going in it. And by the way, I'm not putting any salt in any of these jars, but you can put some salt or whatever other ingredients you would like. Fill your jars with water. Leave 1 inch of head space, which would be like up to there, right below the line. Also, you want to have some vinegar and some napkins because you have to clean the rims of each jar. Everything has to be sanitized, as I mentioned before. Not sure if you're familiar with botulism. Botulism can be very dangerous if you're not canning your foods properly, and it can lead to I don't want to say the word. It is recommended to actually soak your beans overnight. I've never tried the actual method that is supposed to be required or that is acceptable. I'm doing the rebel canning as mentioned before because I like taking shortcuts and I've tried this before. I learned how to can during the 2020 thing that happened. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm saying. I don't want to say the word. Anyway, here I am stirring each jar of beans to make sure that there are no air pockets. I'm also taking out any floating beans. I don't want to see those floating in my jar, any of my jars, so you could leave them in. I like to take them out. And here's a very handy tool to debubble your jars. And also, you want to measure, and you're not sure how much is an inch space. This is perfect for that. You just start measuring from the end of the jar and the tip of the actual tool will let you know where you actually have to stop with the water. Once done with filling all your jars with water and your beans, now it's time to sterilize with actual vinegar. So you're going to take a napkin, a little bit of vinegar, and you're going to wipe each and every single jar. You're going to go all the way around of the jar and clean all the rims of each and every jar with some vinegar. When using the metal lids, you want to sterilize them in hot water and also the rims. I like to sterilize everything, so I will also be putting in the reusable plastic lids with the rubber bands that come with it. And this is my first time reusing the reusable lids. And to be honest, I rather use the metal ones because the reusable ones work the first time, when I use them the first time, but when I reuse them, they don't seal. Always, they don't always seal, so I don't like that. My brain wasn't functioning at 100%, so I don't know why I didn't just throw all the rings in the pot all at once to sterilize, but I ended up doing it now. I also thought I was recording when I was putting the actual rubbers with the plastic reusable lid, but I wasn't. But I'm sure you guys can figure it out if you want to. Like I said before, I do recommend the metal anyway, so it's up to you if you want to learn how to use reusable lids. When you're putting on the rings, don't close them too tightly. Just do it fingertip tight. That's all you need to do because then they're not going to seal properly and it's going to be hard to open. It's time to place all your jars inside the canner. Not using the same canner, please read your instructions for your particular canner. Once you close your canner, you want to let it vent for 10 minutes, let that steam out for 10 minutes. Then you're going to put the weight on. Once the pressure goes up to 10 pounds, then you begin your session of an hour and 15 minutes. You close your canner, make sure you're keeping an eye because if it goes below 10 pounds, you have to restart the time over again. And do not ever open the canner until you see that it is down to zero and all of the steam is out. And that is it. Just wait 12 hours. Then you want to take off the rim, make sure that they sealed nicely. You can wash your jars, then store them. I want to thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you around. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye.